size, easy to digest video. Picking up on Saturday, February 19th, where we left off, and we were 45 wins and 40 losses, 51.72%, and we have 11 money lines. So that's not impressive, but let's see. There's still a whole bunch of games left. Let's see if we can improve on that. And let's go where we left off. New Orleans and McNeese had not finaled yet. New Orleans at home laying 6.5 to McNeese. Final score, New Orleans 88-75. And what is that? That there's 13. So it's a win and a cover. And we're already improving. Belmont hosting SIU Edwardsville laying 21.5. Computer said 24. And how did that final? Belmont 73-62. So I don't think we're going to get there. So that looks like a loss for the computer, just an 11-point victory. And let's finish the string. We went 2 and 3. Okay, dropping down. We had a couple of these. We just needed to see USC Upstate and Charleston Southern. And when we last left, Charleston Southern was winning the game, which is, I'm not going to say it's alarming, but it's been very rare. And USC came back. USC Upstate came back and won 78-73, and that's a cover. Wow, that shifted our direction really nicely. And we end that string 3 and 2. Okay, so this is all fresh games that are now final that we have not recorded, but do this for fun. 49 and 45 is where we're at 52%. Okay, Loyola of Chicago hosting Drake laying 8.5. And wow, Drake wins this game 76-83. And that's wow. And Drake's good, but Loyola at Chicago has been a monster program in recent years. That's a bit surprising. St. Bonaventure hosting Duquesne laying 14.5. We say 17, so St. Bonaventure's our play. Final score 81-55, St. Bonaventure. So that should be a cover. Yeah, that's very much a cover. So a win for the computer, off to Duke and Florida State. Duke hosting Florida State, laying 15.5. Computer says 17. Final score 88-70 Duke. That's an 18-point victory at 70, not 79. That's an 18-point victory and a win and a cover. Jacksonville hosting Kennesaw State, laying 5.5. Computer says just a 5-point game. Kennesaw is our play, and Kennesaw loses 59-56. So Jacksonville did not cover. There's 3 in a row. Texas A&M Corpus Christi hosting Northwestern State, laying 7.5. Computer says 13. Final score 83-76. Texas A&M, and that's a 6-point victory, or a 7-point victory, and that half point got us. So that's a loss. The narrow defeat, 3 and 2 on this string. Let's go get an update. Let's get an update. 52 and 47, 52.53%. So 1 step forward, 1 step back. That's what we're doing here. Penn at Brown. This is a money line. Brown laying 2.5. We say Penn wins the game just by 1, and Penn wins the game by 1. 89-88. So that's another money line. And I think that's our 12th money line today. We're all on tape, folks, so you can go watch them. I can't shoot me out. That's 12. 12 money line victories. What a call. What a call. Penn by 1, and they won by 1. It's just sometimes, man, This thing, it's scary how accurate it can be. Rhode Island on the road, laying 3.5 at George Washington. Computer backs that up. We say 11. And Rhode Island loses 61-72. And if you're going to lose, just that's, it's, those half point losses are tough to deal with. So sometimes it's good to just have a butt kicking. It's the exact opposite with computers. Now, this one was rather surprising, but this is what the computer, and I haven't checked on this one. Vanderbilt at home laying 3.5 to Texas A&M. We say Texas A&M wins the game. Let's see what happened here. And so that's a money line, and A&M lost 67-72. Yeah, I guess it was worth a shot, computer, but you lose on all accounts here. So that's a loss. I honestly said that. You go, I don't want to waste a bunch of time because we got a lot of work to do here, but I'll show you the numbers. Texas A&M was rated better than Vanderbilt coming into today, even though the impression is Vandy's a basketball school and they're pretty good, and Texas A&M isn't. Well, here's another one I strongly disagree with. Utah on the road laying half a point to Cal. Computer says Utah wins by 3. I'm not a believer. I'm not a big believer in Utah. They win 60-58. Wow. Did not, myself personally, did not believe in that pick. I thought Cal at home would prevail. That's a win. This would have been a great matchup 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Utah State's cooled off, but Boise State is remarkable. And I think Utah State's still really good. A really good game. It's at Boise. Boise's laying 4.5. Boise wins 68-57. Got that top line again. That top line number again. So that's a win. And we go 3-2. And we improved just a notch, so no bother really checking it. Eastern Washington at Idaho. And it's been dangerous playing at Idaho. As much as I hate to say that, they do. I mean, they've only won like 3 or 4 games, but they've all been at home and against good teams. So EWU comes cruising into, what is that, the Moscow, and land 3.5. Computer says by 12. I fully expect Idaho to win this game, and they did. Idaho 83-80. You just don't. They've got 3 wins on the year, but something about them just has me really nervous when Idaho's at home. Okay, that's a lot. Southern U hosting Grambling laying 9.5. Computer says 14. Southern U loses 57-61. That's a loss. It's a SWAC. These are SWAC teams. There's another SWAC matchup here. Prairie View at Arkansas Pine Bluff laying 6.5. Computer says 13. And this one, Prairie View wins 92-84. That's an 8-point victory, and that's a win for the computer. Another money line play, Marshall at home to Charlotte, laying 2.5. We have Charlotte winning the game. And Charlotte won the game, 99-84. It's silly, Vegas. Why on earth? I mean, that makes a lot of sense to, I don't know who. But it's another money line win for us, and we'll take them. So let me just offer a little soliloquy here. What happens is the better team is on the road, and Vegas is so enamored with this home court advantage that they don't really seem to care about the matchup. They just want to know who's at home. Well, when that happens and the better team prevails on the road, they're getting 2.5 points. So we're taking that weapon that Vegas has with this point spread, and we're using it against them. That's the beauty of it. Dartmouth hosting Columbia, laying 11.5. Computer says 12. Dartmouth wins 79-50. Not much going right for Columbia this year, so that's another one. And 3-2 again. All right, now we'll check. 58 and 49, 54%. We're just inching. Oh, wait a minute. I think that updated there at the final second. Oh, 58, 51, 53%. Google Docs is so slow that it's easy to get ahead of it. All right, Toledo at home hosting Central Michigan, laying 19 and a half. Computer says 28. Toledo wins by 2, 68, 66. Toledo is the team I'm really mad at. I mean, they have not been playing well at all. And they're a good team with great numbers. And when you go cold, those great numbers are still there. LSU. And so it tricks the computer into thinking that it's a good team. And I don't know what's happening here. Harvard and Cornell. Well, we're taking Cornell, I can tell you that. And we say the final score is going to be 7-72. What happened here? Harvard, 77-72. I wonder. 77-72. It's a 5-point victory, so the dog was not the play. I wonder. Was that my play and I just didn't? It would have been. I'll never know. Georgia Tech, because the numbers have all changed. I can't recreate that prediction because the numbers have all changed. Okay, Pittsburgh at home, laying 3.5 to Georgia Tech. We see Georgia Tech wins, and think about it. Pitt's coming off of an emotional victory on the road at North Carolina. Might they be down a little bit? Let's find out. Georgia Tech wins 68-62. Oh, look at the pick here, 68-62. That's another money line victory, and I'm gonna have to add these up because I'm not positive. I added this one, the Charlotte Marshall game. I know I didn't. I think, and I can add them up, but I think I need to add 2 to the total here. So let's make it 14, and I'll double check them, but I think it's 14 that we have. And a good money line play. Longwood hosting Hampton, laying 14.5. I like Longwood. They're a good team, but they only win by 4, 76-72. And so that's a loss. Back to that. I just wonder, what the heck? Was my pick 77? No, because it couldn't have been because we had Cornell, so it had to be less than 77, but we will never know. It's getting a little red this string. Illinois Chicago as a money line. Robert Morris at home, laying 1.5 to Illinois Chicago. Illinois Chicago's got slightly better numbers. We say they're going to win the game. It's a money line play. What happened here? And so Illinois Chicago wins 96-88. So that's another money line victory. We have 2 money line victories on this string. We go 2 and 3. Again, folks, I'll add these up just to make sure, but I'm positive I didn't get this one. It's the manual update thing. So I say we have 15 money line victories. That's what I say. Yeah, but we went 2 and 3 on that string. So we take a step backwards after 2 steps forward. Another money line, UNC Wilmington hosting James Madison, laying 2.5. We say James Madison wins the game. James Madison, oh God. Okay, we say James Madison wins the game by 1, and James Madison wins the game by 1. 77. The computer is on freaking fire until it's not, and then it's cold. But that's another money line victory. This might be the most money lines we've had. I think 14 was the previous high. And this puts us at 16. Let's take a quick scan because they're all here. We have a higher number than 16. There's 12. There's 12. There's 14. No, 16 is the most we've ever had. So this is the most prolific money line night of the year for us. And we got to make these. Let's go back to that first one. We got to make. So if I see this, I won't enter the score because I darken them out once I get them. So I gotta make these a color. I'm just gonna pick a color and make them all that. This tells me, little heads up. Hey, dude, you haven't recorded that score. And when you don't record scores, you don't get the data. In fact, it skews the data. All right, Western Kentucky at home. I don't like this play. Laying 8.5 to Old Dominion. Computer says 8. Western Kentucky's good. I like Western Kentucky. And I don't think Old Dominion is much of a team. So Western Kentucky wins 73-64. That's a 9-point victory. And it's a half-point loss, but we should have known better than this, computer. Princeton at Yale laying a half a point. We back it up. We say Princeton by 6. Princeton wins 81-75. Princeton wins by 6. This is a computer suggestion. Another money line. This one is almost ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Florida International hosting Rice, laying 1.5 to Rice? Right? Florida Internet. What? Florida International is going, or Rice is going to win this game. And they lost 78-80. And Florida International covered that conventional line. That's embarrassing. All right. So what happened, man? Can't go to Florida and play a basketball game? Liberty hosting Stetson, laying 15.5. The computer says 19. Me personally, I like Liberty, but I don't think they're. See, Stetson's hot. Liberty wins 88-82. I would have either walked away from this game or not, or gone with the dog. But that's just me. I'm just the host here. So we take another step back, 2 and 3 again. I don't know about these. Louisiana Tech and UTSA, are they in the books? Louisiana Tech. You got to know how UTSA. I wonder how they have UTSA in here. Okay, so it's Law period Tech. So Law Tech wins 95-71. Did they cover that 16.5? Yes, they did, because 91 would have been 20. So yes, they did. So that's a win. It's nerve-wracking taking those big point spreads and saying they're going to cover, because it seems like the games are just slightly more competitive. Eastern Kentucky on the road at Central Arkansas, laying 3.5. Computer says Eastern Kentucky by a lot more, and Central Arkansas wins. So 45-59, and that's a loss. It's one of the rare wins for Central Arkansas this year. Colorado State, folks, pay attention to Colorado State. They are really good. Colorado State at UNLV, laying 3.5. Final score, 51-72. UNLV. So forget what I said, but that's like the third loss of the year. That's it for Colorado State. They're good, man. And that Mountain West is crazy good. Okay, so Cal Poly has probably on a dozen occasions, they're always the underdog, but they always pull out a backside cover, okay? So, and it's perfectly set up for this. So Riverside laying 10.5. Computer says 11. I guarantee you, Cal Poly is going to lose by less than 10. And let's go take a look. Oh, they lost by 20. 78-58. No backside cover. I swear Cal Poly's been doing it all year long. It's like they know what that number is. But that's a win. UC Davis hosting Cal State Bakersfield, laying 5.5. We agree. Finals, okay, not final yet. It's 71-67 Davis right now, but it's still in progress. Let's see if Seton Hall and DePaul is a final. No. Let's go scan for finals. No. Okay, so Portland and Pepperdine is a final. And where are they? Yeah, that game must have been quick. So Portland at home laying 7.5 to Pepperdine. Computer said 10. and Portland wins by 3, 77-74. So that's a loss. And I think we have one more final to look at. So Sacramento State at Idaho State. So Sacramento, okay, so it's a money line. Idaho State at home, laying 2.5. And I draw the line. Idaho is one thing, but Idaho State, no. No. But yet when Idaho went to Idaho State, of course Idaho State beat them. They're terrible. Both teams are awful. And Sacramento State's terrible too. So you got this awful team traveling this really awful team. But they're at home, laying 2.5. We say Sacramento State wins the game. What happened here? And Sacramento State wins the game 80-75. So it's another money line victory. So I'm going to go do it right now. And I'm going to count these. Recount them, but that's 17 on the night. 17 money line plays. They would have security all over my butt if this was a real casino. They'd be like, sir, we'd like to have a moment of your time. Can you empty all your pockets? And hey, why don't you put your hand in this vice? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, okay. I think that's going to do it for this bite-sized little morsel. We still have the evening games and all the West Coast games. So there'll be time we'll do one more when all the games go final. We'll come back and do one more live stream. If you want to stick around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Southern Illinois. Remember Southern Illinois. Because you're going to go off the screen. 6, 7, Arkansas State. 8, 9, Montana State. 10, Middle Tennessee. 11, 12, Lipscomb. 13, Tennessee Tech. 14, Penn. 15, Charlotte. 16, Georgia Tech. 17, Illinois Chicago. 18, James Madison. 19, Sacramento State. 19, I missed a couple of them. 19, Moneyline wins. Yeah, I did. I missed a handful of them. Wow. Okay. Wow, that is impressive, man. Okay, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you on the late night one. Take care. Bye-bye.